young lady in the turquoise. Yes, ma'am. I was just wondering why
Because you're spinning it around.
And that made you feel unsafe?
Yeah.
Well,
I understand. I mean, we just saw it on TV and watched this white cop pushing this poor man, choking him to death. I understand.
So you understand the comment that you said whack a white woman was inappropriate.
Well, that's what I think, because there's another gentleman that walks around with a golf club and he spins it around too. And I'm going, why do you feel it's necessary to walk around with a I can see if you're walking as you need assistance to walk, but why are you like showing off? You can spin it around.
Well, I don't want anybody. I don't want. I would be uncomfortable.
I mean, wouldn't you be uncomfortable if I walked around with a stick and spun it around when you're walking by me?
No.
I would feel.
Well, I'm saying, in these days and time, you feeling threatened by me when I'm just walking. I know you saw me several times walking.
Yeah, we walk
most
all
of
the time with the stick.
My little walking stick or whatnot.
Well,
but it's a broomstick.
It's a broomstick.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't need that to inflict
I mean,
harm.
I happen to be walking a 12-and-a-half-year-old dog that's almost dead. But, I mean, she's not aggressive, and she wouldn't be if she was younger. But.
And we wouldn't either. That's the point to take home right there. That unless, he walked up and approached you with the stick or whatever, but just because we're walking by, you spoke, we spoke, we've walked these streets several times with the stick. It's literally a mop stick. And I was offended when you made the comment, the offhanded comment, why do you have that? To whack a white woman? That's why I said, why a white woman? Why would you think that he would even do anything to cause harm to anybody?
Well, I don't know.
If he walked
why are you walking with one?
But
why? You're not walking for an assistant.
But why do I have to define why I'm carrying anything that I'm carrying? That's our prerogative.
Fine.
I mean, if you carried a fox on your shoulder while you were walking, I wouldn't say, why you got that fox? I mean, your friend had a stick. What if she walked with her stick? She obviously needs it for assistance. But I think if you're saying you're aware of the cultural society and the tones of what's going on, being more sensitive and appropriate in your dialogue, especially with people that you don't know, would help kind of narrow some of those gaps.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it just feels intimidating to me.
I think and I respect that. Those are your feelings.
Those
and
are my feelings.
Yes, those are your feelings, and you have to honor your feelings. But, if he, came on your property or was intimidating you.
I have no response.
But he wouldn't. This one would not. We would not. There is no reason. My husband is a gentle giant, the kindest, most honorable, loving person ever.
Carrying a broomstick, spinning it around, and walk past you, would you not feel a little intimidated?
No. Would you have said that if he was a white man?
Yes.
Would you ask a white man, why are you carrying a stick to whack a white woman? You would have said that to him?
Yeah.
Why though?
I don't see any white men walking around with sticks. I've only seen black men walk around with golf sticks and golf clubs.
And that makes you feel threatened?
It does.
Okay. Is it just the presence of them, or just because they have? So if he had nothing in his hand, you would be okay.
Bother me a bit.
So what is your biggest fear? What do you think he would do, or the guy with the golf club would do?
Whack me or my dog.
Why though? What would you or your dog do to provoke somebody to do something to you?
Nobody provokes anybody nowadays.
But I don't even think like this is the type of community that would ensue that type of behavior. Like, this is a beautiful community, hardworking people, honorable people, and I just don't think our community represents that type.
But if you're walking with a stick and you need it to assist you, that's fine. But if you're walking with a stick and you're spinning it around, saying, "Well, stay away from me. I don't want it be by anybody in my space."
Nobody said that.
We spoke to you and we was
yeah,
I know.
And walked on to our destination. We was having a conversation. I just don't want it to be that when you see me, you see a negative connotation.
No.
So it's like this could be innocent and then progress to something else. You see what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
want you to call the police, Helena police, and
I'm
say,
not gonna call the
there's a black man walking down my street with a stick and I feel threatened.
That
I
could
don't
be a
want that to
problem.
happen.
No,
I
that's
mean,
not gonna happen.
I
Hey,
you
I'm
don't
from
know.
New York State. We have lots of black people in New York State.
But why does it have to be a color
It
descriptive?
doesn't matter. It could be a Mexican person walking down the street.
Another person of color.
Right.
But
No,
why?
They're black people. Mexican people. It doesn't matter.
I understand what you're saying. What's your name?
Marie.
Marie. I understand what you're saying, Marie. I hope that you're able to do better because we'll still carry our stick when we walk past your house.
I see.
And I hope that you don't feel threatened because if anything, if we were out and saw something intimidating you, we would probably be the first to come to your rescue.
Okay, her dog just went over and came near the other person's dog was walking straight. She just had it off. She just had her full hip replacement. She had the dog off the leash. It's a very friendly dog, but he's protective. I mean, but so if that dog had come up to you, you would whack it.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
are you saying that?
No.
On our street, my neighbor
Because
has.
he might run them up.
If the
and I
dog
understand
bits
that.
me, if a dog, we are adults. So if a dog ran up to me, we know that they're trying to get our scent. They're trying to do whatever. But if a dog just, everybody has dogs. Maybe we're threatened by dogs, but just because we're threatened by a dog don't mean that we're going to whack every dog we see or their owner. We wouldn't. And we had dogs run up on us on our own street. I stood still.
I mean, I've had dogs run up on me.
But
too.
did you whack them?
No, I couldn't have anything to run. I just run.
But we wouldn't. We're not aggressors. You should not be intimidated by us because we're black or Mexican or anything else. That is what the takeaway I have right now.
No, I'm not intimidated by black people.
Okay.
Mexican people, Oriental people, any people.
You're naming all minorities.
All the ones I can think of.
Okay. Okay. So
I mean, white people are a minority now here in the South, basically, aren't we? I don't know.
I don't know. Are you, sir? But does that pose a problem for you though?
No.
I mean, it really shouldn't be about race. It shouldn't be about,
And it's not about
where
race,
you
it's
come
about
from.
The fact that you're walking with a weapon.
This is a mop stick.
Yeah,
It can be
a weapon.
your dog could be used as a weapon. If you felt threatened by me and said sick 'em, your dog just became a weapon.
That's right, it is.
But it's not. When I see dogs, I don't think every dog is gonna bite me. I just pet them if they come up and want to do whatever.
Dogs can be though.
They can be, but we're not. You could be aggressive. You could probably provoke somebody, but that don't mean every time somebody sees you that they have to be up in arms because they see Marie coming.
I'm not up in arms. I express my feelings.
And those are your feelings. I would plead for you to maybe not box in blacks, whites, Mexicans, and Chinese.
Whatever.
And offer yourself an opportunity to get to know people, and don't make an assumption based
I walk in
on.
these streets every night, every day, twice, 3 times.
But you probably
a day.
see more white people than you do black.
I don't know.
You probably see more white people than you do black.
No,
And that makes you comfortable, and that's fine.
no, I walk in the morning. I don't see anybody. I see this gentleman up here almost every night.
But I would just offer that because somebody else, a much more unlevel-headed couple, probably would have taken what you said, which was very offensive, to a whole nother level. And versus asking, it's how you said what you said. You seem like you were agitated, like he had maybe hit you with the stick or swung the stick.
Why you're walking with a stick on?
Well, the bottom line is his prerogative. He can do what he want to do.
Yeah,
I mean, you have an open. People
So I
carry
just asked.
people carry weapons in Target. Did you walk up and say, "Sir, why do you have that 9mm on your hip?"
I know. 'Cause
But do you ask that question?
no.
Exactly.
But I don't really
But you
go
should be. But
But
you
I
should.
know-
If I saw somebody with a gun walking around, I'd be like, well, I wouldn't say nothing to them because that's their business.
But this gentleman that used to live here actually he's up in the hospital. He walked around all the time with a 9mm in his pocket.
But did that threaten you? I'll be way more threatened with a
It
freaking
is
gun
threatening.
than a. But did you pose a question to him?
I've asked them, why do you think it's important to walk around with?
But that's their business.
Well, and I can express an opinion to ask why.
You do, and so you deserve to get whatever response that you get. When you express your feelings, people will express theirs back to you.
Okay, well, you have a good day.
You do the same. Thank you. Good night.